This is Fox 2 News Weekend. News that works for you.
Good morning to you. I'm Deana Centofanti. Thanks for being with us on this Saturday morning. Right now, westbound 696 in Royal Oak is shut down following what appears to be a drunk driving accident this morning. Police are shutting down all lanes of westbound 696 at Woodward. Traffic is being rerouted, that is. They're squeezing by one car at a time on the right shoulder. The driver of this car died after being hit on westbound 696 near Woodward Avenue. Police tell Fox 2 one of the cars involved in the accident was driving the wrong way on 696. Police also believe alcohol played a part in this crash. We'll continue to follow the story. In Afghanistan right now, U.S. forces say they're still trying to find pockets of Taliban and al-Qaeda resistance. Officials say they found tanks, grenades, and thousands of rounds of ammunition. Military leaders say troops continue to search for Osama bin Laden, despite reports from Pakistan that say bin Laden may be dead. The Pakistani president says he believes bin Laden died of kidney failure, but so far has offered no proof to support his theory. Red Cross workers are visiting al-Qaeda and Taliban prisoners held at the Guantanamo Bay Naval Base in Cuba. The team members want to make sure that they are being treated fairly and humanely. They're asking about their living conditions and their health. So far, over 100 detainees are being held at that base. A federal judge says no to Court TV's request to broadcast the trial of Zacarias Masai. He's the first person charged in the September 11th attacks, and it's believed he was to be the 20th hijacker. The judge says the dangers of broadcasting the trial heavily outweigh the benefits. Court TV is considering an appeal. And here at home, it will apparently take federal prosecutors longer than expected to interview hundreds of Michigan men. The interviews, part of the nationwide terrorism probe, were supposed to be finished by Monday, but feds now say that probably won't happen. So far, 254 of the nearly 500 men on the government's list have been interviewed. About 150 have either left Michigan, refused to be interviewed, or can't be found. That leaves nearly 100 who haven't been contacted yet. It is now 8:02. Let's get your first look at Saturday forecast from our Weather Authority. And we have a special visitor in this morning, Rhonda Walker, in for Rich Luderman. Good morning, Rhonda.
Good morning, Deana. We are looking at a very cold start to the morning. One of the coldest mornings we've seen in a while. 16 degrees right now. The winds are calm, so there is no wind chill, but of course 16 is cold enough. Take a look outside. It just looks cold. Our high temperature today is going to be 27 degrees. That'll keep all of that snow around for the rest of the afternoon. It's also going to be quite cloudy as well throughout the day. We'll get to about 22 degrees by noon, a chilly 25 at 5 o'clock, and then partly cloudy skies in 24 at 10 o'clock tonight. Could even see a few flurries around as we head through the day as well, but that's it as far as precipitation. But we do have a significant problem on the area roadways, as Deana just talked about. I-696 completely shut down. Let's get more information on that and how to get around that from Karen Stonewall. Good morning, Karen.
Hey, good morning, Rhonda. Yeah, as Deana mentioned at the top of the road, take a look at this. Here's a live picture from our Fox Cam. It does look like this must have just happened seconds ago. 696 at Woodward reopened following a fatal accident, so that's good news. You can see cars backed up. They were backed up for a couple miles out there, but everything looks like it's a go, and that's good news for this Saturday morning. One construction project to tell you about right here, northbound 75 between Big Beaver and Crooks. One lane shut down for a construction project, but that construction project is expected to wrap up at 9 o'clock in 1 hour, so there's no delays in that area right now. That's the latest traffic. Deana.
Okay, thanks, Karen. A postal worker is punched while making her rounds. Now, a hunt is on for the man who attacked her. The postal worker tells Fox 2 she was working in East Detroit on Lake Point Street yesterday when a man in a green Thunderbird approached her. She says the man got out of his car, cursed at her, and then slugged her in the face. The letter carrier does not want to be shown on camera for fear of retribution.
He was just standing there. He took his fist, balled it up, and hit me in my left jaw.
Okay. This never happened to you before?
Never. Ever.
The post office wants to catch this guy and is offering an award. The suspect is described as a black male with medium build, about 28 years old, driving an early 90s model green Thunderbird. If you have any information, give the police a call. The number is 313-226-8184. A Detroit teenager is busted, accused of dishing out free satellite TV. Police say 18-year-old David Branch used the internet to steal DirecTV's codes and signals and then reprogrammed the access cards for $300 a pop. The altered cards gave the user free access to all channels, including pay-per-view. The cops caught the teenager as they patrolled internet chat rooms looking for pedophiles. Branch faces up to 5 years in prison if he is convicted. If you are catching a flight out of town this weekend, get ready for an extra wait at Metro Airport. The new law requiring airlines to check luggage for explosives went into effect yesterday. That means heavy-duty X-ray machines are now being used to screen most checked bags. Each bag is matched to a passenger on board. Yesterday, it took passengers 30 minutes or longer to get through security. You can expect much of the same for today.
Number one concern, and if this is what it takes, then I'm all for it.
I think as long as you're moving and, you know, everybody seems to be cool, it's fine.
Airport officials are asking travelers to arrive 2 hours before your flight to clear through security. Ford Motor Company is looking for more ways to cut costs, and it's willing to pay for suggestions. The automaker wants to cut $3 billion on supply and component costs, so they're asking suppliers to make suggestions on ways to save some money. In return, Ford says it will pay suppliers 35% of those savings. Well, you know the feeling. You've just sat down for dinner, the phone rings, and it's some stranger trying to sell you something. Annoying, aggravating, you're not alone. When it comes to complaints in Michigan, calls from telemarketers top the list. Michigan's Attorney General's office says it got more formal complaints about telemarketers and telecommunications companies than any other groups last year. Of the 23,000 formal complaints called into the AG's office, 2,200 involved telemarketers. Attorney General Jennifer Granholm says that number shows the need for stronger state limits on telemarketers. Cold weather fun this weekend in Plymouth. It is the annual ice sculpture spectacular, and that's where you'll find our Lee Thomas this morning, all bundled up because it is a cold morning out there. Only 17 degrees, Lee.
I have two hats. I've changed to my
that.
Ice Sculptor Spectacular hat because I am in the mood to see some spectacular artistry. We're standing here in Kellogg Park, the middle of Plymouth, and take a look at this. This is a tribute to Monsters, Inc., as done by the Oakland Community College. Some of the great artists there. You can see all the characters are here. It's Monsters, Inc. They got Sully, they got Mike, they got their girlfriends, they got the door to get into the kids' room. It's all from the movie Monsters, Inc. This is one of the things that the kids can see here, but it's much more than that. We're standing down here with the man who knows the master plan. This is Mike Watts with the Ice Sculpting Spectacular. 20 years strong. How many people come through here usually?
Usually 600,000, 700,000, 800,000, depending on the weather, and the weather's perfect this year. We had tons of people last night. It was great.
Now, rarely do people say freezing weather is perfect, man, but this is the perfect weather for you guys. Talk about how many different teams and the kind of teams that are here competing.
We have high school teams from technical schools in Detroit and Pontiac. We have college teams from all the community colleges here and throughout Ohio. We have professional artists, some of which will be going to the Olympics, all competing for money and prizes, and that goes on all weekend long.
Now, this is the biggest ice sculpting show in North America, and just to prove to everybody how popular and how big it is, take a look at that one right there. This is from the team that is from Japan, you guys, and that is an awesome warrior riding a stallion like you will never see made by ice. I mean, this is just some awesome stuff, Mike Watts. We'll talk more to you in just a little bit. First, give everybody a big smile, man. Come on, yeah, this is good. Yeah, there you go.
I'm happy. We're having a great time.
Yeah.
The best part leaves all the kids that come out.
Yeah, you're right. That's it from here for now. Come back in a little bit. We're going to carve some ice. We've got a Fox 2 special thing going on with fireworks and everything. You'll see it later. Back to you.
All right, stay warm out there, Lee.
Amen.
I know it's chilly. Fox News Weekend is just getting started this morning. Coming up, the latest trend in fashion footwear, and these sneakers are going to cost you plenty. We'll explain just ahead. And in Health Works, why buying fat-free snacks may be a big mistake when it comes to trying to lose a few pounds. First, we've got the winning lottery numbers, the daily 3, 352, the daily 4, 8407, the roll down, 1, 3, 14, 26, and 32, and the big game numbers, 1, 2, 9, 26, 27. Big money ball was 6, no big game winner, so Tuesday's jackpot's going up to $7 million.
It's an emergency liquidation art sale. This Sunday, save up to 70% on a huge collection of original oils on canvas. Giant sofa-sized paintings as low as $19, smaller paintings from $7, and absolutely no painting over $49. It's an emergency liquidation this Sunday, 11 to 4.
In Southgate at the Holiday Inn Heritage Center, in Troy at the Holiday Inn, in Roseville at the Georgian Inn, also at Farmington Hills at the Holiday Inn, and in Ann Arbor at Weber's Inn. Sunday.